Saturday morning, welcome back. Do appreciate everybody that constantly tunes in and spends their time with us here every Saturday morning and listens to the show. Do appreciate that. There's there is a good handful of you guys, and that is what makes it keep going. So we do appreciate that. All right, let's get the show on the roll and let's go through the comments here because we talked about a breakage, and I do want to get into that. I want to share a little bit of kind of my experiences with it, my concerns with it, and something that I've always kind of now that I've had. It's funny because I've had it happen a little bit too many times, and now I'm kind of like a little bit worried about it. So we'll run through this. But anyway, but most importantly of the show, your comments. All right, we got one here. Bohemian Hunting Club this year is definitely flying by. Yes, it is. I cannot believe. I mean, July is just like on the move. What is it? I mean, we are like beyond the midway point of July. All that means for me is October is on its way. You guys know I love October, and we will definitely be celebrating October as well. And this one here is from my fellow 1911 channel. I mean, I can't say anymore, man. These guys are top notch. They're one of the best. You know what? I gotta admit, I do not watch a whole lot of gun channels. I have a few that I go and check out from time to time. But these guys are top notch, man. Beretta 9mm USA, my fellow Southpaw over there, fellow left-handed shooter. I mean, I tell you, they have showcased some of the finest 1911s that I think we can ever lay eyes on. And, more power to them for bringing it on video and allowing us to view it and live through those videos and enjoy them. Recently, they did one on the Wilson Combat Tactical Carry Commander or something that I have actually looked at and drooled on for a long time. Completely out of my grasp, but I definitely enjoyed seeing that video on it. I always wanted to know about it, and they brought that to light for me. So this one here is from them. Great video, my fellow Southpaw. Sorry to hear your 9mm lightweight Commander Ronin is down currently. Now I was surprised to hear the issues you experienced with the 9mm Colt. No ramp barrel is crazy. Yes, it is. It seems like, well, let's continue with the comment. I just bought a 38 Super 9mm T-Sauce Stakeout in nickel. Oh, I've seen those. Those are really nice. It's pretty nice for under $500. It has a ramp barrel on both and that come with the pistol. Anyhow, Batjack, I apologize for not commenting in a bit. Oh, man, you guys are good. I understand how it is. Always appreciate your insights and any content you produce. Keep up the great work. Senior, sir, and happy belated birthday to the channel, young Beretta. I appreciate that, you guys. That's awesome. I understand, not everybody can get around to commenting on some stuff. I still try to keep in the loop with, a lot of the really, close niche channels and everything that everybody's at. But man, I tell you, it is hard, man. Life is just, it is full of stuff that you got to end up doing. It seems like the older you get, the more busier you get too sometimes. But anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate that as always. And here's one from Joe P, my man. Swig of coffee for Joe and all the working stiffs out there. That one's for the time clock punchers, 9 to 5ers, paycheck to paycheck people. Good morning, JW. I haven't bought a new gun in almost 2 years. These days, I'd rather spend my money on reloading supplies so I can shoot more. Yes, that's a good idea, man. I don't. I myself, man. My big hurrah was my Christmas present, man. My Model 29-10. Yeah, that was it, man. I kind of had to okay, and memberships at 2 ranges, one indoor and one outdoor. Hey, you know what? I mean, that's not a bad way to do it. I mean, keeping your hobby going and all that, you got to supply the stuff to keep, enjoying these things. So anyway, and this one here is from DB, top of morning. I too am at a point in my life where I'm pretty much done buying things. Over the last couple of years, I thinned out the collection, and I'm going to enjoy what I decided to keep. The flavor of the week, new whiz bangs don't really interest me too much, honestly. I get that. I'm not really like I don't. I'm not into like the newest, latest, greatest polymer wonder or PC, pistol carbine, caliber carbine, whatever that they I'm just that's just not my flavor. I'm really I guess what the things that kind of I guess go on my radar. Sometimes the antennas come out and go, oh, what's that? Is when things like the new Colt Python was coming out, stuff like that. Which whenever they can revamp an old classic, but I don't like when they. I like when they revamp the classic and make it better and stronger and usable. What I don't like is when they start changing it and turn it, start giving it a facelift or whatever, and just like all of a sudden it looks nothing like what it did, and then that's what causes many of people like myself to clamor to the older ones because they've produced this newer variant of it, but it's like a monstrosity. So I'm that's the tug of war with me. They did not do that. Colt did not do that with pythons and the snake guns, so I'm grateful for that. Although, if I would say something to Colt, lose the laser etchings, go back to actual roll stamping. Come on, that's ridiculous. And man, you do great with the wooden grips. Why didn't you put the wooden grips on? They put out a Cobra snubby with the vent rib, which is awesome. It's in stainless. It's a 22. It's a 22 snubby. It's like a kit gun on steroids. But they put rubber grips on it. Why? Put some nice wood grips on that, and I'll be happy. Really cool one, by the way. I'm not, that would be the grip thing. You can always go on eBay or something to get grips for it, but that is a cool piece, though. That's a cool revolver. The new Cobra in 22. All right, this one's from Crazy Scotsman. I have said it for this for years. It doesn't matter what gun it is. They're mechanical and they can break. Yes, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I don't care if it's a Colt, Springfield, or down. Or I don't care. Right down to a high point. They all are mechanical devices. They all break. I don't care whose name is slapped on the side of the thing. I don't care who manufactured it. Steel is steel. Parts, moving parts. It doesn't. It just will. It will break at some point or another. It is always a pain in the rear. However, it is a part of what we have to do. Grips, once again, are such a personal thing. I like bigger grips. It just helps everything fit my hands better, such an individual preference. To those who have been asking about grips, please understand that Backtrack has a lot going on as focus on family and life. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it is. As many, like I said, life gets so busy all the time. It's hard to keep up with a lot of stuff. It's hard to do things, and especially like with me, like delegating time to literally only so many days during the week that I got to do stuff, and just kind of remember, okay, this is on the schedule. I got that. This is going on. So it gets busy, man. It really does. So I appreciate that, Great Scotsman, man. That means a lot. Sean Lee here says, morning, y'all. Got to learn something new this morning. Wasn't here about ramped and non-ramped barrels. So I did some research after the show. Good stuff to know. It's always nice learning something new. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's what was kind of, I was under the impression from custom gun makers, people that produce the super high quality ones, and what they're talking about, which it makes sense if you're doing a 1911 in 9mm to have the ramp barrel. Kind of what, like, basically looking at the Browning high power design where it has a ramp barrel, all important stuff. Jeffrey Richardson, bummer on the breakdown. Yes, but it's fixed. All right, this one here, JW. I'm not exactly old school about my firearms, but I don't demand authenticity. as such. I have a Ruger Vaquero 5.5 and 45 Colt. It's durable enough to stretch power levels well beyond what you should do. What you should do with a single action army. Yeah, great choice. Rugers. I mean, they are made to go. They are made to run. All right, and it's safe. Its safe action allows 6 chambers to be loaded for carry. That's a big one. Polished stainless makes it look like one of the blank guns from Doc Holliday. Speaking of blanks, a pistol from Magnum PI is on display at the National Firearms Museum. A detail that was noticed that it's a 9mm for easier blank firing. For social occasions, I have a 4506 with laser safety slugs. I believe that's Smith & Wesson, right? Um, it feels better than my 1911 pattern pistol. Of course, if it's within reach of my 12-gauge riot gun is best one. Yes. Yeah, on the blank firing stuff, 1911s especially, in movies and stuff, 9mm were more favored. They were easier to adapt for blanks and whatnot. It really notably, they used anytime they were using 1911s. A lot of times they were the Star B pistol. Uh, I did hear that they used them in Wild Bunch with William Holden and all them because they were running around with them. I did hear they were using the Star B Spanish pistols, and then also in the Getaway, the 1971 version, the real one, not that crap remake. Um, the Getaway with Steve McQueen and Ali McGraw. He has a Colt, like an original Colt, looks like a really old one in it. He's running around with it most of the time. But anytime he fires it, you can tell it changes. You can tell it's a Spanish B pistol because that was a 9mm. Um, but if you kind of go a little bit further into the other movies, 2 really cool movies featuring 1911s that are a 9mm that I think are awesome. One is Extreme Prejudice with Nick Nolte. Carries a Colt Commander in 9mm. A lot of shots of it, a lot of him reloading it and going the slide lock and using it. Really fantastic movie. If you've never seen it, it's a full-blown hat tip to Sam Peckinpah. It was directed by Walter Hill, I believe, directed it. I can't remember if John Milius had something to do with it. It would not surprise me if he didn't, or if he did. Because it's a spectacle of a movie. It's amazing. The other one is a hidden gem that I think most people overlook or forgot about. It came out in I think 2000, which is a fantastic movie. Way of the Gun. The Way of the Gun is really good. It's got James Caan is in it. Plays a phenomenal part. Jeffrey Lewis, and the 2 major stars in it that the storyline follows is Benicio del Toro and Ryan Felipe, but also has, if I am mispronouncing it, I'm sorry, Jan Placio. It says, what do you think of the Dan Wesson Valor 1911? I think it's really good quality. I've always kind of looked at the Dan Wessons. My buddy has a few of them. I've always checked them out. Like the Valor. He had a Valor. He had a couple of them, I think. The Valor that he had was in 9mm, and it shot really smooth. That is definitely, if you can spend that kind of coinage within that price range, the Dan Wessons are definitely ones to pick up. I think those are phenomenal. So yeah, I do like them. I think they're definitely, I would say I would put them up there as you're starting to get into the Dan Wesson, area. I think after that, we'd probably look at like a Les Bear or something. So, all right, Jeffrey Richardson, bummer on the breakdown. Yeah, but it's back up and running, and we got the Colt out here, the Colt Lightweight. Did a lot of work to this one, and it definitely has. It's been fun. It's a fun range piece there. Just kind of alternating a little bit between the 1911s and 9 that I've been shooting. All right, my buddy Scotty, man, I miss you too. Those were good old days, man. We had a lot of fun out there. All right, and this one here is Kalishni. Oh, okay. The vintage gun grips are junk, made of toy plastic. They rendered the safety on my M95-1 inoperable. That's a bummer to hear. Well, I gotta say this: vintage grips makes better stuff than I can make. So if you weren't happy with theirs, my grips are gonna look even worse. All right, Slim Fire. Morning, JW. Hope all is well. It's Sunday morning, and once again, my Saturday morning comment was deleted. Have a great week, Slim. Sorry to hear that, man. I don't know what's going on. What is that? I'm not sure what causes that people's comments to be removed, or that is just beyond me. That one I got no answer for you, Slim. But I'm glad you're here, and thanks for re-commenting. Appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that comments. This is another one by Jayan Placio. The ejector broke on the MIM part on 1911 from the Springfield Army, question mark. Yeah, assuming it is a MIM part. It's actually over here somewhere, kicking around. Assuming it is a MIM part, MIM, machine ejector metal. I have been moving towards the direction of, like, this being this one being a recent one, taking this back out of the safe and taking it out to the range and shooting it, because it was remaining in the safe too long and being like a safe queen. But taking it back out and shooting it, I am going to replace the ejector in this one with a tool steel or whatever, bar stock steel, and replace it and make sure I have that. But also, he said get a T-Sauce there, far better a better finish. All you need to do is buy Wilson Combat spring kit for $13 and you're set. I'm going to tell you something. There is so much truth to that. Those T-Sauce 1911s on the market are just great. They really are. They even come. They tell you on the tag. They're all from forgings and everything. So you're good to go on there. So definitely not lying on that department, especially for the price. I've actually checked out the two of them. The T-Sauce copy of the M45, which is all in flat dark earth. Not really my thing, but it's pretty solid, and it costs a fraction of what the Colt costs. And also what I liked was I saw I guess they followed their World War II model, which is cool because they actually added the U.S. property stamp on it and everything in the M1911A1 further along it. So really cool. It's nothing on this side. I believe this side on it is plain, but what is splattered on my beautiful gun here? I'm not sure what that is. It has got something splattered on it. But anyway, the other information is on over here. I'll have to look and see what the heck is splattered on my beautiful side of my 1911. But yeah, definitely the T-Sauce is good stuff. He also adds here, if you he's had a T-Sauce 1911A1, about 4,000 rounds, and it's amazing. All you need to do is change the springs. If you buy oversized internals of the T-Sauce and hand fit them yourself, it's even better. Yeah, can't disagree with you. Definitely. This one here is from Waterhead. Is your Glock 17 a Gen 1 or 2? I believe it is 2. I would actually, I know it's not. It doesn't have a light rail, so it's a 2. All right. But again, back to the, some of the recaps and stuff. I didn't really blow over some stuff, but yeah, I mean, I owned a set of vintage grips for one of my 1911s. So I saw what, but I'm telling you that mine are worse than those because, I can't do what they can do or other companies like them they can do. So I can't do anything like that. So the quality, that they're producing, I'm producing even lesser quality than what they're doing. All right. So also wanted to kind of mention something else here on the channel, just kind of talking about something else. And that is a fellow YouTuber that has been at this for quite some time too, longer than I've been doing it. I remember being kind of subscribed and came across his stuff back when I first started, and we were talking about. I know him as Trees Are Blowing. He changed it to TAB Videos. A really good guy. He's been at it for 14 years, I think he said. And anyway, he's got a video out that he recently did that he is exiting YouTube. He's going to pretty much kind of looks like he's just going to focus on his time at the range and all that. And he did a video that was pretty extensive about a lot of different, I guess you could say, frustrations on having a channel on YouTube. And I as a creator myself, I certainly could have related to a lot of it because it is frustrating on a lot of levels to doing it. So, but I just wanted to say a couple of things about him. I've always liked the channel that he did in the early days, especially. I mean, and a lot of this is because of the different rule settings that he, basically blocked or hindered us from doing certain videos that he was doing. A lot of his stuff was reloading and whatnot, and unboxing different stuff. I always said you never know what you're going to get with Trees, man. I mean, his channel was so really cool and versatile. You just never know. But he was definitely just one of the major ones that I will miss because I've always mentioned him. I always talked about him. He's a good dude. His channel will abide. Maybe, hopefully, maybe at some point, maybe we'll see him again. Maybe he will pop up with another video or something like that. You always you always leave that window open. So it's nice to see he's going to leave the channel up and everything like that. But I wish him the best. I really do. It's a shame to see channels disappear. A lot of them since I've started has disappeared. Another really good one that he's still around, he still comments, is the gun enthusiast. Out there in Texas. Great guy. I really miss his content. He was a lot of fun. He used to show his dogs. He's got some German Shepherds and stuff that he was raising up and everything. I'm sure they're big now, huge. But he's another cool guy. Other channels that have disappeared from us. Another one, My Hollow Point. Love that guy, man. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's all right. But another one, he had left quite some time ago, and of course others that have left because unfortunately they've lost them, literally passed away. But no, I mean, and I always going to say, Trees, man, you had the best channel name. I always said that. What the heck? That's a heck of a good channel name, Trees Are Blowing. Even though you changed it to TAB Videos. But anyway, sir, I hope you enjoy the rest of it, everything, your future adventures. And if you ever choose to come back, we shall always, be there to stand by to support your videos and all that. And and like he was saying, I appreciate anybody that's still here watching this content, watching this video right now. That you're still here within the time frame, and you spent your time watching the video, and you're still here with us, listening to this, jabbering and all that. So I appreciate that. All right. So I did want to kind of talk a little bit more, elaborate a little bit more on the breakage of the ejector. Maybe if some people don't know what the ejector is, I'm going to actually take the slide off of this thing. All right, the ejector is this little bit right here on the top of your 1911, if you're familiar with your 1911. It's this little post thing that's sticking straight out, and what that does is as the casing's coming back from the, being extracted, it catches the edge here and kicks it, and that's what kicks it out and ejects it out of your pistol in the ejection port. Now, my concern with it, and now this is crazy, is because I cannot believe that I've seen three of my personal 1911s broken ejectors. Something I never thought of. All the way even to a vintage Colt 70 series Gold Cup. And what that one did was the ultimate worst. And I ended up getting rid of the gun and telling the guy, like, hey, this is what's wrong. I don't know what you want to do. It broke the post off in the frame. It did. It broke it off in the frame. It wiggled, and there it is. I mean, it was broken off in the frame. don't know what you want to do. I don't know how you know. So the other one I had broke the nose off a 9mm, and that one was a 45. The one that broke the nose off was a 9mm, broke the nose off. Replaced that one with a Midwest Gunworks ejector, and then now recently with the Springfield, broke broke the post off, and I was actually lucky that I drove the cross pin out, drove that out, took it out, and then I was able to turn it upside down and just gently kind of wrap on it, and then the post came out. Now my fear has always been, because if you've ever taken one of these out, and the way I do it is I chuck this thing into a vise, and I get the vise to grip onto the blade, and then I slowly use something else like a piece of wood or something and carefully tap on the frame on a solid area near this thing, and then get it to start moving, and then get it to come out and drift out. So I'm actually still waiting on the part that I ordered for mine to replace this one, since we brought this one back out, because I want to do that. Because my fear is, if that post ever breaks off in there like that, how do you get that thing out? If you're not lucky, like my Springfield, where it was able to come out, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm kind of leery of that, because it is really fitted in there pretty tight. I don't know if I should be taking some emery cloth or something and kind of shaving down those posts a little bit and just kind of make it so where it's freely. But then it does strike me with like the thought process of, now you have something in there that's going to wallow in there, and it may be that could snap it off anyway. So I don't know. Is it a catch-22? Is it whatever? But I don't want to. I think I'm going to do it just enough to where it's not super loose, but it does have the opportunity to slide in and out a little bit. So it's a possibility to get it to where you can tap or do some sort of inertia thing to get it to drive itself out enough. Hopefully you can get some pliers or needle nose or something in there and grab a hold of it and extract it out, if it is so cases, to break off. Now, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm gun shy lately because it's happened a few times. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for coming around and tuning in with us, and being here and everything. Like I said, it means a lot. We do appreciate that. Thank you very much for spending your time, and anybody that is actually still here currently right now seeing this to the end. So I appreciate that. Anyway, thank you, and we'll see you next week.